What's up guys, Sal here. So about a year ago, the phones in Samsung's mid-tier Galaxy A series used to be relatively modest offerings that were conservative in both specs and design. But with Chinese brands such as Oppo, Xiaomi and Huawei taking a big chunk out of Samsung's pie in developing markets, the Korean tech giant can no longer afford to play it safe. So Samsung came up with the Galaxy A80 with a daring design that arguably is more eye-catching and headline-grabbing than their flagships at that time. Yes, Samsung was rather late to the party as their competitors were already releasing multiple pop-up camera smartphones. But the Galaxy A80 was different. This Samsung device used a more complicated elevating camera system, one that doesn't just elevate up and down but also flips forward and backward. To top it all off, the unique rotating camera mechanism also lets people do what only dual-screen phones have allowed to do so far: take selfies with the best camera you have on the phone rather than the subpar pieces usually put at the front. Now, a lot of you were asking if Samsung is ever making a successor to the Galaxy A80. Well, it looks like they are, and it might be called the Galaxy A82. A reputable Dutch website, Galaxy Club, reports that Samsung is working on a successor to the Galaxy A80, apparently called the Galaxy A82. It will have 5G obviously, but interestingly, Galaxy Club cannot say with certainty whether the Galaxy A82 will have a flipping camera mechanism as well. This might disappoint some of you, but wait, since the Galaxy A80's flip camera was designed to give you a full-screen edge-to-edge display with no cutouts or other interruptions, so if Samsung isn't gonna provide the flip camera, then it's totally possible the Galaxy A82 might become the first Samsung phone to have an under-display camera technology. Samsung has said in the past that they will bring some flagship features to the Galaxy A series even before bringing it to their Galaxy S or Note series. For example, the punch-hole camera was first introduced on the Galaxy A8s. So yes, we still don't know for sure whether the Galaxy A82 will have the rotating camera, but if it doesn't, then the under-display camera is still under the realm of possibility as a testing ground before bringing it to their mainstream flagships. Samsung launched the Galaxy S21 lineup at relatively lower prices than last year's Galaxy S20 lineup. But still, if you think prices are high, then here's some good news for you. Samsung will also launch the 4G LTE version of the Galaxy S21. Galaxy Club has discovered the LTE version of the standard Galaxy S21 model in the Bluetooth SIG database, and the specifications of the handset should be identical to the 5G Galaxy S21. Although it will be interesting to see which chipset the handset will end up with, since both the Snapdragon 888 and Exynos 2100 have embedded 5G modems. Anyway, the phone should be around $100 cheaper and will be launched in markets with no 5G infrastructures. Of course, with that being said, let me know what do you think about this down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.